Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Mirza MD Tahasin Mukarram Miraj. So today I'm going to discuss about another very important topic of environmental and resource economics, and the topic is called EIA. So what is EIA? So EIA mainly stands for Environmental Impact Assessment. So as the name suggests, it mainly focuses on various types of environmental impacts that happens due to various types of projects. So EIA mainly focuses on assessment of those impacts on the environment due to various types of projects, and it deals with ways to mitigate or reduce those impacts, and also it deals with how these impacts can be minimized. And it also focuses on sustainability and how or what steps can be taken so that the project can be implemented. At the same time, the environment can also be protected. So that's what EIA mainly stands for. So as we can see here, it is a systematic process, and it mainly identifies and gives us a prediction of various sets of actions and proposed projects. It does not only deals with the prediction, it also focuses on various types of important factors which are related with environment, like the biodiversity, ecology, water, and air quality. It also focuses and identifies those factors due to which it has an impact on the environment. And it not only focuses on environmental matters but also focuses on socio-economical, cultural, and other types of impacts. EIA process have another important role, that is it not only focuses on the negative but also on the positive contribution of those projects, and it mainly focuses how we can properly deal with them in the most optimal way so that sustainability can be ensured, and the cultural, environmental, and socio-economic stability can also be maintained. So now we will discuss about the evolution of EIA. So here, as we can see, the pre-1970s, that is during the you can see that during the late 1960s. So during that time, various types of construction and projects and actions were executed, and people slowly started to notice that these impacts or these actions and projects somehow have an impact on the have an impact on the environment, and they are somehow causing pollution. Based on this, certain rules and regulations were started to implement during that time. During the early 1970s, we can see here that EIA process mainly initiated. As the EIA process has initiated during that time, it mainly focuses on the environmental factors like water, air, and plant-based, that is ecosystem, biodiversity, etc. During the 1970s, EIA somehow started to revolutionize by the establishment of NEPA, that is an agency built by USA that stands for National Environmental Planning Agency. This agency mainly focuses on reviewing the various types of governmental actions and its impact on the environment. This project also focuses on the input of the public, that is, the public opinion about this project, and an informed decision making, that is based on the project and the public inputs. A decision is to be made, and that's how the process of EIA has started its journey during the 1970s. Here from 1970s to 1980s, we can see that EIA has expanded. Initially, during the 1970s, it has only dealt with environmental impacts, but with time, it has started to focus on social, health, and economical issues. During the 1980s, or that is more specifically in the mid 80s, it focuses on policy and planning. based on various types of examination of the process, its impact, based on which and based on this cumulative analysis, it started to make these policies and plannings. And during the mid 1990s, EIA started to move towards its original goal, that is sustainability. That is, it does not only focuses on environmental but also in various of other factors like social, health, economical issues. It started to implement in more strategic approach and how more strategic ways that environmental assessment can be done, the project can be implemented, at the same time stability of the overall biodiversity can be maintained. So now we will discuss about the EIA process. Here in this figure, we can see how the EIA process works. So mainly when a project is being proposed, it has to go through the screening process. And based on this process, we can understand whether our project requires an EIA or not. Every project that is proposed or every action, it can be categorized into three categories. That is the red category, the orange category, and the green and yellow category. By red, as we can understand that red mainly indicates something which is dangerous. So by red category, it mainly indicates that our project is somewhat dangerous and has a very negative impact on the environment. So basically, when the project is of red category, EIA is a must in such situations. We can also see there is another category, that is the orange category. When the project or proposed project has a lesser impact on the environment or not as extensive way as we can see in the red category, then we will mainly focus on the IEE, that is the initial environmental examination. It is a type of assessment that will tell us that whether our project will require an EIA or not. Next, we can see that is green and yellow type of project. These are mainly the safer projects and they do not require either of IEE or EIA. So that we can say that green and yellow are the safer projects. Here I have skipped an important thing, that is screening. In this video, I am not going to discuss about screening in detail. I'm going to prepare a separate video about screening, scoping. There will be more videos regarding EIA, its limitations, screening, scoping, and its also various types of benefits as well. But for the sake of understanding, I can give you a small preview of what screening is. So screening is will mainly tell us that whether our project will require an EIA or not, and screening is done based on three things, as we can see: the project type, the scale of the project, and the potential impacts. That is the type of the project, what type of project are we dealing with, the scale, how big or massive our project is, or how many regions the project actually covers. And also it will focus on the zone of impact, the zone of assessment, and the boundary, or how much it can impact. That is mainly what the scales deal with. And third point is the potential significant environmental impact. That is the potential impact the project might have due to the proposed uh, action or project. That is, it will focus on various types of environmental impacts. Then it will also deal with the sensitivity of the project, that is the environmental we are working on, or where the project is being conducted, whether that place is too much environment sensitive or not. And based on that, the screening is done, and based on screening we can understand whether we need EIA or not. So here, after proposing the project, we can see screening is done, and based on which we'll need whether EIA is needed or not. And then we'll categorize our project into three categories. And if it is of red category, then we'll continue. Otherwise, in case of orange and green and yellow, we will not require the EIA process. So we can see that when the project is of red category, then we will continue the process of EIA, and then we will need scoping. So here in this video, I will give a short preview or short description of what exactly scoping is. So scoping mainly identifies the key impact or the key environmental issues which are mainly causing the impact on the environment due to the project. There are various of terms as you can see in the screen, like terms of reference. These are the topics that I will cover later on in another video of EIA. Basically, this video will only cover the process of EIA, what is it, its history, that's it. What the scoping does, in short, we can say that it mainly identifies the impacts which causes a problem for our project, and it also helps in saving our time and money. Yeah. That is, it disregards or cuts off those matters or those impacts which are not necessary for our project, and makes our project more concise and more to the point. It excludes the unnecessary investigations or unnecessary things for a project. That is, for a study boundary and zone of impact, etc. It is very essential that we know the exact location. Otherwise, it will increase our cost, and also we will have a severe impact on the project, and EA process might go wrong, and we might fail to execute the main reason we are doing the EA process. So it's very important that these important matters like screening and scoping are conducted professionally by the project proponent and the observing authorities. So, as I said earlier in the preview, in scoping, we will mainly collect the project data and environmental data, based on which we will identify the key environmental impacts. And after identifying those impacts, we can predict, evaluate, and take the mitigation measures which are needed to be taken. So after the scoping process, we can now identify the impacts, and we can give a prediction that where the impacts might go, and we can evaluate them. That is uh, how they can impact the environment, or the other factors related with the environment. And based on this prediction and evaluation, we can take mitigation measures. That is, we can take some measures in such a way that it will have a lesser impact on the environment, and also the project can be executed. Otherwise, the project is needed to be terminated. So, based on prediction, evaluation, and mitigation, an EIA report is prepared. After the preparation of the report, it is mainly submitted to the authority for the review, and there the authority might do some modifications and editing, and then they will again send it to the project proponent, and based on which the monitoring is done. So that's how the EIA process is mainly conducted. I hope that you will find this video helpful. I will uh, upload more videos regarding topics of environmental and resource economics and economics as a whole. There will be more videos of skill related theoretical stuffs and other important topics that I found important. You can also let me know about the topics which you find interesting and you want the next video to be on. I'm open to offers, and uh, also discussing the topic matters that you guys want to know about. So that's it for today's video. I hope you find this video helpful. Thank you for listening to this video and seeing it up to this time. And Assalamu alaikum.